It's a tracked vehicle. You know, it's not quite as quiet as a wheeled vehicle, but it will go places that wheels won't, and that's important. The thing that the crews really liked about the chassis is the gun. For its size and weight, it's got a good piece of armament in its turret. It's got a 75mm gun, and that means that if it does get shot at, if you're in a wrecking vehicle, if you've got rounds clanking off the outside, the chances are you've done something wrong. But the whole thing about the chassis is you can actually hit back with it. So that is the M24 chassis. Now the tank that has just drawn up behind me, and I can tell you which it is without even turning around to look, is the first of the Soviet vehicles. This is T-34 85. Now, if you were to ask what are the two most important tanks of World War II, the answer would be the M4 shell, and this one, the T-34. Soviet design, pre-war design in fact, quite innovative in some ways. This is one of the first tanks to use sloped armour. Most of the vehicles you've seen so far have been quite big and boxy. Sloped armour does two things. Somebody shooting at you, it improves the likelihood of a ricochet off the armour, but it also increases the line of sight thickness, literally the amount of metal that an incoming round has got to get through.
Such a cool
But the really,
tank.
really important thing about the T-34-85 is how many were produced. German tanks, you're looking at, 4,000 of this, 5,000 of that, 8,000 if you're lucky. By the end of the war, 50,000 plus T-34s. By the time they stopped producing the thing in the 50s, over 75,000. That's a massive, massive number of tanks. Sheer weight of material. It is basic, but it works.
Yeah.
Somebody described it as tractor mechanics, in fact. But it's simple. A lot of the time, if you've got a Tiger or a Panther, it breaks down. You need a whole load of technicians and a crane. With the T-34, the crew could actually do most of the repairs. It is also capable of updating. It starts out in life as the T-34-76 with a 76mm gun and a pretty cramped two-man turret. There's one of those actually in the museum you can go and have a look at. This is the 85. So bigger, better gun. It is not ergonomic. Inside that tank, that's the most uncomfortable tank you'd ever get into. It's vile.
Yeah.
One of the crew's most treasured possessions were the tarpaulins they were issued to sleep under, because you did not want to try and sleep inside that tank. It's too damn uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But producing colossal numbers, they could afford to take losses. In the end, the moment Adolf Hitler decided on Operation Barbarossa, the moment he went into the Soviet Union in 1951, that is the end of this part of the display. I am now going to hand back to Steve Pudding. Hope you've enjoyed it all so far. Thank you very much for watching.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of
Thank
applause
you.
for Chris Copson.
Thanks, Chris.
If you follow the Tank Museum YouTube channel, he will be a familiar face to you. If you don't, you should. We're heading into the lunchtime area now. There's lots of food vendors behind you.